Hey guys, today I'm here with the second Q&A video, and in my previous video I answered all the questions about beauty, YouTube and blogging, and today I'll be answering more personal questions. So let me just start with the first one, which is what are your favorite films? I don't really have like a favorite movie or anything like that, but I have a few films that are among my favorites, so I guess I can just tell you some of them. Okay, for example, I really like The Help, King's Speech, Mamma Mia, Les Miserables, what else? The Terminal, The Blind Side, Soul Surfer, The Pursuit of Happiness, The Intouchables, and things like that. So you probably got the feeling what kind of movies I like, but of course I also really like all romantic comedies and chick flicks, but there's just too many of them, so I'm not even gonna try to name them. Next question is, what is your favorite book? And again, I don't have a favorite book, and to be totally honest, I haven't really been reading much for the past few years. I mean, I have been reading a lot for the past years, but not for my pleasure, because I had to read a lot of books for school. So yeah, in my free time I didn't feel like reading again, so I haven't been reading much. But I will have quite some time now, so I think I'll start reading a lot more. So definitely let me know what are your favorite books and which ones do you recommend to me. So yeah, like I said, I haven't been reading much for my pleasure for the past years, so I can't really tell you about my favorite book. But when I did have time to read, I was usually reading books by Sophie Kinsella. She's a chick lit author and I really enjoy her books because they're really funny. Next question, where is your favorite place in the world? My favorite place in the world is definitely London. This is my happy place and I can't wait to go back there. I'm actually going there for my birthday in January and I'm already really excited. So yeah, that's the answer to this question. And then the next question is, if you had all the money in the world but still had to have some kind of a job, what would you choose to do? That's a really good question. If I had all the money in the world, I would probably want to be a tourist guide or something like that, just because I love to travel and I think that it would be really fun to organize travels and take people to amazing places, and I could also go with them, you know, so that would be a bonus. So yeah, I guess I would be some sort of a tourist guide. And now the next question is, if you could live anywhere in Europe, where would you choose? I kind of already answered that question. London is my favorite place in the world, so yeah, I would definitely choose London. Next question is, when you were younger, what did you really want to be when you grew up? I wanted to be a fashion designer. I know, very typical girly thing. And later on, I actually wanted to be a translator. Another question that I got is, do you cook or bake? Yeah, I do cook or bake, but not often. Just because when I had school during the week I didn't have time to cook, and during the weekends usually my mother cooks, so I don't really cook a lot. But now that I'll be home for a year, which is something that I'll talk later in the video, I think I'll have a lot more time to cook. And yeah, I'm planning to cook almost every day and maybe also do some baking, so yeah, I'll be doing a lot of that in the future. And let me know if you would want to see some maybe like cooking videos or just recipes on my blog, because I can totally do that if you're interested in. And I want to experiment more in the kitchen. So if you have any interesting recipes that I could check out, please let me know about them in the comments below. Another question is, did you like America to the point where you want to continue your studies over there? No, not really. You may or may not know that I went to the States also because I really wanted to move there next year to study. I went to take a tour of the school that I wanted to go to, which is FIDM in LA. I wanted to go study beauty marketing over there, but I changed my mind after I have experienced America in all its glory, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, I just prefer Europe and I want to move to London at some point, so I think that it would be stupid to spend like $40,000 dollars on scholarship just so I could study there for a year. And you know, I would, if I moved back to Europe, I don't think that would like benefit me in any ways, because if I work there I would make all the contacts there and I would probably kind of have to stay there, so I think that would be a waste of money. And although I did really like the school, I don't think that living in the States is for me, so no, I didn't like America to the point where I want to continue my studies over there. Next question is, do you want to stay in Slovenia or move abroad after you finish your studies? I definitely want to move abroad. This has been my wish for the past 10 years, I guess. I don't know, I've always wanted to move abroad, and especially now because it's really hard to get a job in my country nowadays, especially for young people, and especially for me because I want to work in the field that pretty much doesn't exist in my country. So yeah, I would definitely want to move abroad after I finish everything I have to finish here. Next question is, what do you study and where do you work? I study English language and literature, yeah, I'm actually pretty much finished. I mean, I'm finished with all the lectures. I just have a couple of exams left before I graduate, and I don't work anywhere because when I was studying, when I was attending lectures, it was pretty much impossible for me to work because of my schedules. I'm really jealous of you people who have school like 3 times a week for a few hours, because in my country, or at least at my faculty, it's a completely different story. I had classes every single day, and sometimes I was at uni from early morning hours until very late at night, so it was pretty much impossible for me to get a job because of my schedule, so I didn't really even try to get a job. But yeah, even now that I don't have school, I don't have a job, because as I've said before, it's really hard to get a job in my country right now, and yeah. Moving on to the next question, what are your life goals or wishes, and where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, hopefully I'll be living in London and working in the beauty industry, either as a makeup artist or maybe at a cosmetics company. Yeah, this is something that I want to do, and I hope it will happen. Next question is, which personality trait of yours do you like the most? Oh god, I don't know. If you ask me which personality trait of mine I like the least, I would have a whole list of answers for you, but the one I like the most, I have no idea. Maybe that I'm trustworthy and like a kind person overall. I don't know. Next question, what are your plans for the future regarding school and job? Well, actually, as I have said, I'm finished with my lectures now, and I'm only a few exams away from graduating. And in my country, you can take some sort of a gap year before you graduate. I'm not sure if they have that in other countries, but in my country, you can take that after you're finished with all your lectures. And yeah, I decided to take that gap year because I want to focus on some stuff that I've always wanted to do but didn't have time. I want to focus on blogging, YouTube, and I was thinking about going to school to become a makeup artist, and also I'm working on another project right now that I can't talk about yet, but hopefully that will work out. So yeah, this is why I decided to take a year off, just because I think it's the perfect opportunity for me to work on things that I wanted to before, but I didn't have time. And also because I need to figure out what to do next when I graduate next year. Most of my schoolmates will continue their studies to get their masters because most of them want to be teachers, which is something that I don't see myself doing. So I'm not sure if I even want to continue my studies, because like in my country, to get your master's, if you study English language and literature, you have to choose a pedagogical program or non-pedagogical program. And if you choose the pedagogical program, you basically, when you graduate, when you get your master's, you're a teacher, which is something that I don't want to do. And then if you study the non-pedagogical thingy, you are basically nothing again. So I'm not sure if it would be a good idea for me to continue the studies and waste 2 years of my life on something that won't help me get a job, if that makes sense, especially because I have developed a few new interests during the past years, and I want to do something else. Before, I wanted to be a translator, and that's why I decided to go study English. But now I really want to work in the beauty industry, and at the end of the day, I can still be a translator even with my bachelor's. So yeah, I don't know if I will continue my studies here or do something else. So I'm taking a year off to figure out everything, and yeah, I will try to do something that will take me to London. I want to either get a job or an internship there, or maybe even go study there. So yeah, I have to figure that out. If you know anyone that could help me get a job in London, please let me know. And if you need a roommate in London, please let me know as well, because yeah, I'm seriously thinking about moving to London in the next couple of years. So I hope I figure something out. Next question is, have you visited any Scandinavian countries yet? No, I actually haven't, but I really hope I'll be able to in the future. Okay, now another question is, how did you design your room? Because I really like your furniture. Well, first, thank you. But I actually didn't design my own room. My parents did when we were moving here. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. I actually don't really like my room just because of the wood furniture that I have. If I had an option to design my own room, my furniture would be all white, and I would have a lot of pastel decoration and stuff like that. So when I get my own place, my room will definitely look a lot different. Yeah, I don't know, I don't really like my current room because of the furniture. I think it's really hard to decorate my room because of the furniture. I don't know, anything I put in my room is just blah, to be honest. I don't know. So yeah, I didn't design my own room. If I did, it would look very different. Next question, overall, what did you think of your trip to the US? To be totally honest, it was a bit of a letdown, probably because I was traveling there with the wrong people. I'm pretty sure that my experience would be a lot different if I went there, for example, with my family. But I don't know, I'm glad that I went there and saw things that I've seen. It definitely made me realize that I don't want to live there and that I want to stay in Europe, which is something that I find amazing, because before I went to the US, I was very confused and didn't really know what I like, but now I know exactly what I want to do in my life and where I want to live. So I'm glad that everything is now cleared up. But yeah, I don't know, as I've said, my overall impression was a bit of a letdown. I don't know, I just expected some things to be different, and some of the things didn't go down as I would want them to go. But again, I mean, this is something that happened and it's fine. I'm kind of glad that I experienced America in a maybe not so perfect and touristy way. So yeah. Next question, do you have a boyfriend? Nope, I don't. I'm very single. Moving on. Next question is, what did you decide to study English? I've always liked English, so I don't know, since I was about 12, 13, I kind of wanted to go study English, and it's the only option that appeared appealing to me. I wanted to be a translator or something like that. So yeah, I decided to go study English. And also I always wanted to move abroad, and I thought that English would be the best option for me, you know, because it could open me a lot of doors if I decided to move abroad. Yeah, so that's why I decided to go study English. Next question is, what are your favorite quotes, or which inspire you most? My favorite quote is "What goes around comes around." And also I really like "Don't let your dreams be just dreams." Those are two of my favorite quotes, but I actually, you can actually see a lot of my favorite quotes on my Tumblr. I'm not sure if a lot of people know I have Tumblr, but my Tumblr is some sort of an inspiration page for me. I don't know, and yeah, I have a lot of pretty and inspirational image on there, so if you want to go check it out, I'll paste the link below and you can see all my favorite quotes there, I guess. So yeah, next question is, do you want any tattoos? No, I don't think tattoos are for me, just because, I don't know, first of all, I don't like pain, and I think that getting a tattoo would be pretty painful, and the most important thing is that I don't want to get something permanent on my body, just because I'm afraid that I would change my mind later on and maybe not like the image or the thing that I got tattooed, you know, later in my life. So yeah, I don't think tattoos are for me for that reason, just because I don't want to regret it, but I like how they look on other people, especially those little meaningful ones. Yeah, I think they look really cute. Now the last question is, if you could go tomorrow anywhere in the world to travel or live, where would you go? I guess I kind of already answered that question. If I would go somewhere to live, that would definitely be London, and I'm not sure about the place I want to travel to because I want to go everywhere, so yeah, no answer to that question. So these were all the questions you guys asked me. I think I answered all of them, but if you have any other questions, you can leave them below in the comments, and I can maybe film another Q&A video in the future if you would want to see one. And yeah, this is everything for today. If you enjoyed watching the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!